And it feels like right now there is tour announcement fever going on. It seems like every band under the sun is announcing a tour right now. Today alone, I was scrolling through my feed this morning, and today alone, I saw that Creed are relaunching their Summer of '99 North American tour in 2025, continuing what they did this year. And they got some great openers on this one as well. Mammoth WVH, of course, that is Wolfgang Van Halen's band, one of my favorite current rock bands out there, as well as Three Doors Down, if you love your 90s and 2000s rock. Daughtry is going to be there as well, and then Big Wreck is going to be opening up some of the dates for the tour with Creed as well, and they're one of my favorite Canadian bands. So if you haven't seen Big Wreck, they're going to be a fantastic opener for this Creed tour. But a couple other ones I want to mention: Coheed and Cambria are also going on tour as well with Mastodon and Periphery. That's a really solid triple bill happening right there. That's going to be happening next spring across the U.S. And there are some other tours that are happening as well that I'll mention in just a couple of minutes. But we have to talk about this one. Guns N' Roses have announced a 2025 international tour with the tagline. Check this out. This is a very Guns N' Roses tagline for this tour, because what you want and what you get are two completely different things. Yeah. Kind of a long tagline, but very Guns N' Roses. I think they could use to maybe shorten that up just a little bit. But this tour is going to start in Saudi Arabia on May the 23rd, 2025. It's going to go through the Middle East, and then it's going to go through Europe as well. Some really big tour dates happening here through Italy, Spain, Germany, the UK, and then it ends in Wacken, Germany on July the 31st. And then check out some great openers for this as well. Some really solid openers for this tour. I feel like we don't really get great openers like this for Guns N' Roses or bands of their ilk in North America, but Public Enemy, Rival Sons, one of my favorite bands out there right now, and then the Sex Pistols featuring Frank Carter. Those different opening acts are going to rotate throughout the course of the tour. And then the pre-sale for the Guns N' Roses Night Train fan club members, that's already going on. So if you're a fan club member, you can get in on that if you're going to be going to any of those shows in any of those cities across the Middle East and into Europe. And then the general on sale for this is going to be on Friday, December the 13th at 9 a.m. local time. So wherever you are in the world, that's what time the tickets are going to be going on sale for this tour. Now, me personally, I don't know if I would pick up tickets to Guns N' Roses as they are right now, because I did see them back in 2017. It was kind of funny. I was working at a radio station at the time, and we went on a party bus to Toronto to go see Guns N' Roses at the Air Canada Centre, which is now known as Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. All the different DJs, we all went on the party bus along with some winners, some contest winners who won tickets to the show on the radio. Fun times on the party bus, but then actually the actual Guns N' Roses show, to me, left a little bit to be desired. Now, don't get me wrong, Slash, he was absolutely incredible. I've always wanted to see Slash play live, and he did not disappoint because he's Slash. He's always going to kick ass. Axl, however, he sounded okay. I got to hand it to him for continuing to try to sing those Guns N' Roses songs, because they are not easy to sing in whatever capacity whatsoever, especially when he's gotten older now and he doesn't have the same vocal ability that he did back in the day. But he sounded okay. I think maybe I was being a little bit harsh on him at the time. So maybe he didn't sound as bad as I remember. But the thing is that it reminded me about that Guns N' Roses show is that it really reminded me that I need to brush up on my Guns N' Roses, and that I don't really know that much Guns N' Roses beyond their big radio hits and maybe a select portion of their album tracks. And then when they were playing live, I'm like, what song is this? And then with the way Axl Rose was singing, it didn't really make it any easier to decipher which those songs were beyond the big Guns N' Roses singles. So that was an interesting concert for me. Maybe not my favorite concert, but I think they still sound great live. Going to see Slash live is always a treat. And then I think it's funny, really, because old school Guns N' Roses fans will remember, anybody who remembers the dark years when everybody was hoping that the original Guns N' Roses lineup, or as many of them as possible, were getting back together. Nobody ever thought that would happen through the Chinese Democracy years, the years when Axl was playing with Buckethead and doing all that sort of stuff. We never thought that reunion would happen, but you know what? Anything can happen these days. And they've been going strong. Like, Axl's been showing up every single night, playing and singing. He hasn't canceled any shows. I don't think he shows up late anymore, as far as I know. So that's pretty cool that in 2024, 2025, that Guns N' Roses are still doing their thing and still going strong. And there haven't been too many mishaps with the band. So if you are a fan of the band and you live in the Middle East or you live in Europe, they're going to be going on tour next year. The pre-sale is happening right now for the Night Train fan members. And if you're a bigger fan of Guns N' Roses, you want to go to the general on sale, you can do that this Friday.